So we'll see, man. I'm high hopes. I know what's gonna happen. I got that.
I'm Rich.
And I'm Josh.
Make sure your Walkman is at full battery because we're diving into our dad tapes.
Oh, thanks for listening to tape number 28 of the Dad Tapes. Let's get rolling. What are we drinking tonight?
Tonight, man, we actually got a brew from our friends over at the Batty Daddies podcast. Shout out to them for sending us a few beers, actually. So tonight we're going to be cracking open it's called Socks and Sandals, and it's from a Humble Sea Brewing Company located in Santa Cruz, Cali. You know, Bay Area. That's what they're all about.
Yeah.
Santa Cruz isn't Bay Area, is it?
I don't know.
I've never been to Cali, so hey, yeah. I know there's a surf spot there. It's Santa Cruz. There's big surfing. But anyway, it's 6.6 ABV, and it's a foggy IPA.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard of a foggy
Neither have
IPA
I.
before. It's
That's
got to be
foggy.
like a citrusy base, but
Yeah, probably.
you ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's get these bad boys open up.
All right. Dude, that's weird. It's very strong at first.
I gotta
and then
take
it's
a second
very,
sip.
Like,
I gotta
it's
take a
very
second sip.
mellow afterwards.
Yeah. It reminds me of another IPA. I can't put my thumb on it. But it's good. It's good. Yeah, I like it. I would absolutely buy this. We don't have it out here, but yeah. See,
I think it's really good, actually.
I wonder if it's like a hazy. They just call it foggy because I mean,
Yeah,
the
probably,
citrus
yeah.
makes it like that.
Yeah. It could be just because it's like a different area. They use like foggy as a different word for hazy.
Well, from my understanding, I knew somebody who lived out in Big Sur, and that's a little bit more north.
Yeah.
But in the morning time, they would get like the fog is just so dense in the summer times until like midday.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's all over Cali. I don't know. Our buddies over there, the experts over there in the Bay Area, could tell us better. But yeah, that could be it. But whatever it is, it's good. I like it.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good. It's
Yeah,
refreshing.
and Humble Sea Brewing, I like their logo and everything. It's pretty cool.
I like the name. The name's cool.
Little hammerhead shark.
Yeah.
We gotta collab with them and see if we can open up a brewery down here.
Yeah, right. You hear that, Humble Sea? Send us some stuff.
Send our boys some merch too. Go for it.
Yeah, right.
They're there. They're supporting you guys.
Yeah.
Oh gosh,
We wouldn't
man.
know about them if it wasn't for the Batty Daddies.
Exactly. So how's your week been, bro?
Busy, man.
I'm sure it's been hella busy.
All the people thatching their lawns and shit and
Bringing in
taking our topsoil. I can't even keep that shit on the ground, man.
I know what you mean.
I screen it and then it's gone. Like, I bring the truck up and it's
top
fucking
mulch or
soil.
soil?
Topsoil.
Okay, soil. Yeah,
Dude,
you're making topsoil.
I
thought you were
screened
making
it-
mulch.
I screen the topsoil. It goes in the truck. I get up to the front. As soon as that topsoil hits the ground, it's fucking gone.
Dude, shit is I'm gonna need some myself. So you might be making a delivery here. So here's
man.
garbage. But yeah, what else has been on, man? So what else is new? I mean, it always feels like it's work related with
Yeah,
you.
I know.
Like, what else is going on in life, bro?
Started hunting.
How's your
this past-
gains going?
Gains are actually pretty good, dude.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm feeling really good. I mean, I know it's only been like 2 weeks since I really started going back to the gym, but I feel like I'm gaining progress.
Okay.
So it's nice. Started hunting this past weekend. And,
Got your first doe out of the way.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
explain that, because I'm sure those listening probably don't understand it. I mean, I didn't know that you had to shoot a doe first. Myself.
Yeah, the state of New Jersey, when fall bow starts, throughout all of fall bow.
To interrupt, is it just bow or is it also gun?
Oh, well, there's no, like, all right, so fall bow is just strictly bow. You don't really have any gun until, like, shotgun week or muzzleloader, which doesn't come until, like, after Thanksgiving.
So if somebody's just like a rifle hunter, they can't hunt until after like November or December.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
But no, legally in the state of New Jersey, you have to take a doe first before I can take a buck in fall bow. So, got the first part done. Now it's time to go for the second part.
Now it's time to go for that boy who's been setting off your cam, man.
I know. He's driving fucking
and he's
nuts.
still setting off, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, we'll see, man. I'm high hopes. I know what's going to happen. I got that doe now. He's going to be gone. That's just how it is. He ain't going to show his face again.
No, hey, man, it's a good thing you got all those apples, though. We'll see. We'll see. Where there's going to be doe, there's got to be a buck around.
Other than that, it was a quick week.
Yeah.
You know? But how about you? How was your week?
Just, school stuff. And Bridget's still kind of having a hard time adjusting a little bit. Like the other day, 2 mornings ago, she's sitting on her pink chair watching some Mika. And I'm just like watching her.
Fuck is Mika?
That's a good question. Anyway, it's you remember Blippi and Declan was into Blippi and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, it's like a sidekick of Blippi.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So it's
so glad Addison didn't get into that shit.
Yeah. Well. Anyway, so she's sitting over there watching Mika, and she just like seems sad, and she comes over and she just wants a hug, and she's sitting next to me, and I'm like, "Are you okay? Like, what's wrong?" She's like, "I'm sad, Daddy." I was like, "Oh, all right. Why are you sad?" She's like, "I want Dee Dee," and I was like, "Oh man, this is breaking my heart right now." She gets up real quick. She runs over to the refrigerator because you see in our fridge we got a couple of family photos and stuff.
Yeah.
She points up excitedly at the fridge. She's like, "Dee Dee, Dee Dee, Dee Dee, me and Dee Dee," and I'm like, "Oh man." Girl, you trying to make me cry right now, ain't you, girl? Sheesh.
Pulling on your heartstrings, bro.
Absolutely.
This shit's rough, dude.
And then and then this week for school decks, it's like Spirit Week, all types of, the themed week.
Yeah.
And one of the things is, wear your favorite shoes to school. And he's got these, he loves them. I think they're cool as hell. It's Batman. I love Batman. I've always loved Batman.
Yeah.
And they're these Batman light up shoes, right? And I got to thinking to myself, the kids in kindergarten, all right, kindergarten light up shoes, that's fine. I don't see anything wrong with that. But when do light up shoes stop becoming a cool thing to wear? Like, is it okay for like first graders to wear light up shoes? I don't think it's okay for third graders to wear light up shoes.
That's a good question, bro.
Right? I mean, totally every kid should be able to do what they want to do, but at some point in time, a kid's going to be like, you know what? I just don't think they're cool to wear. No matter what, no influences, outside influences weighed in there. They're going to be like, yeah, that's not cool anymore. When does that happen?
Dude, now that I'm like, you got me thinking. Like,
Yeah.
'cause I know I used to wear them when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And now I'm trying to think about when I stopped wearing them.
Exactly. Well, we also
like-
went through a whole era of like using the rolly shoes and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
Heelys, man.
Heelys, yeah.
I want a pair now.
Let's not talk about us. We had our own shit there, clearly. But yeah, dude, like when does it stop becoming a cool thing to do? And why does it ever stop, man? If I was able to get some Batman shoes and light up Batman shoes in an adult size 12, damn straight I'd be wearing them to the bus stop. I'd be rocking them bad boys. That's like the New Balance dad versions, man.
Yeah,
Like,
right?
You gotta get the ceremonial grass stains on them.
It's all right. I thought about taking a pair of my work boots and cutting the sole out of it.
Yeah.
And getting the insert for the Heelys and put it in my work boots.
And just
Just walking
on
through
the
Wawa,
office.
fucking skating around and shit.
Curry.
People looking at me like I'm a fucking idiot.
That would be something.
I really wouldn't care either.
Oh man, that would be something. What time is it now?
It is time for us to be aware dads. So this week on The Daily Dad by Ryan Holiday, January 8th, how are you embodying your values? On April 1st, 1933, shortly after coming to power in Germany, the Nazis held a boycott of all Jewish businesses. It was the first small persecution of many to come, but too many mothers and fathers who had talked to their kids about doing the right thing simply went along with it. Not everyone, of course. Dietrich Bonhoeffer's 99-year-old grandmother, for instance. On that day, she was out shopping, and she refused to be told whose business she could support. She ignored or dodged the Nazi troops, stationed in front of stores, and shopped wherever she liked. Their grandmother, marching past Nazi guerrillas, came to be seen in the Bonhoeffer family as an embodiment of the values they sought to live by. That embodiment wasn't lost on Dietrich, who 10 years later would lose his life plotting to assassinate Hitler. Even though he was a pastor, even though he had plenty of opportunities to escape Germany and live in peace and freedom in London or America, he stayed. His grandmother's example guided him, showed him how to live by his values. Let the same be true for you and your children, whatever the future holds, big or small.
Just, it kind of always seems to the underlying theme of what we've been reading so far is just the fact that they are watching every single thing.
Yeah.
And we need to give more credit where credit is due in the aspect that every action we do and every word that we say,
They pay attention.
not only do they pay attention to, but it is shaping them in aspects that we don't typically ever attribute our own actions to influencing.
Yeah. With the recent news about prison escapees and even one of the escapees committing a home invasion, we're going to talk just about that tonight. Home invasions, what they are, how they affect the general public, even in the era of all this security we see. Join us tonight as we delve into the topic and hopefully provide you with something you can take away from this. Whether you are prepared for it or not, you need to be at least aware of it.
We are aware dads, after all. It's time for our data dump. To begin this data dump, let's first define what it is that we're talking about tonight. So, home invasions. There are commonly three types of terms when it comes to this idea: burglary, robbery, and people use the term home invasion. A home invasion, according to one security agency, is a subtype of a burglary. A burglary is a crime against a structure, typically, and most commonly including some type of forced entry or an illegal access in one way or another. A robbery is a theft with intention of violence, be it a threat, an action, or actually committing a violent act. For the sake of our discussion tonight, we're just going to use the term home invasion to describe a burglary of the home or anything of that sort. In 2019, the U.S. had roughly 1.12 million home invasion cases, according to statistics provided by the FBI.gov. Encouragingly, though, that number is 48% less than what home invasion statistics were in 2010 and have been seeing a decline in cases since the 1980s. That's good.
Shit.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
I mean, I know it's a good thing.
I mean, it's still a lot of home invasions.
To think about that it's less now than it was before, that's fucking insane.
Well, think about how the strides that home securities have taken. Even just the aspect of,
that's a good point.
You don't have to enlist ADT. You don't have to enlist these, Guardian, like these companies to secure your home anymore. You could do it yourself.
Yeah, you get a fucking Ring doorbell.
Exactly. You get a Ring doorbell. You get a Simply Safe, all those things.
Yeah.
And it's so much more than just a security system, because then you can tie into your smoke and CO detectors.
Yeah, all
There's
that.
water detection, but we're going to need it got in our basement. So, yeah, of course, the strides that it's like window, glass shattering sound. Dude, it's insane the things they have now. Furthermore, of these home invasions in 2019, 55.7% were forced entry.
Damn.
So it's more than just people leaving their doors unlocked. That's just going to keep an honest thief out, and that's just a contradictory in itself.
Yeah, these people are getting ballsy and breaking doors down and shit.
Yeah.
And just breaking in the windows.
Exactly. So according to the Bureau of Justice Statistics, roughly 26.7% of home invasions that occurred with a member of the home present experienced violence, with 9% of those victims experiencing serious injury. Wow. For specifics, that would be about 23,990 people seriously injured during a home invasion in the year that the Bureau of Justice Statistics collected that data. It's safe to say that number is 23,990 more than it needs to be.
Yeah.
The same security agency we referenced before states that homes with security systems are 300% less likely to experience any type of home invasion. Again, we've talked about the strides that security has taken.
Yeah.
And no, This is not an ad. This is a wake-up call that even in the 2020s, people are still victims of violent home invasions.
Yeah.
Yeah, have they trickled down since the 80s? Of course. But
we've also come a long way since the 80s too. You know?
In a lot of ways.
No,
but it's still happening, and that's not cool.
No,
you got to protect yourself. And that was our dadderdom. So we just obviously talked about how many strides we've come so far in securities methods and being able to protect our family and protect ourselves. So what do you have on your home? Do you have anything at all?
I ain't got shit.
So you just might as well keep your door open, right?
Yeah, I got a deadbolt. That's it.
You might as well just keep your door open, right?
Yeah.
So what do you have to lose in your house? You got an Xbox, you got a TV. Then why don't you have something to protect yourself, bro?
Well, it's not the
you
fact
said
that
it. You could even just buy a damn Ring doorbell.
I know. It's not the fact that I don't want anything. It's just I haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah. Okay. What do you've been living in that home
a little over a year.
Yeah, and that's.
I know. No, I mean, listen. I plan on it. I want to, but all right. So for instance, with you being here in this house, you guys have a newer house for one. You're in a neighborhood. They're just single home neighborhoods.
Yeah.
I gotta go through all this approval to add shit on the outside, even with just adding a fucking Ring doorbell. So it's like jumping through hoops.
Are there any homes in your vicinity?
They do have them, yeah. They do have them. It's just I know the fact that I have to go and I have to ask before I can put one on. It's not that I don't want to put one on. I do want to get one. As well as... Is
this like a little bit of like you don't want to have to ask the man? Like, is this a little bit of like authority?
Maybe?
Yeah, I think so, man, because it doesn't take much. You've been there for a year. Even if it took 2 months to get a response from them, all right?
All right, look, I'm going to be honest with you.
That's why we're here.
I'm trying to do as less work to the outside as I possibly can and focus on the inside so when it comes to the selling fucking point, I can sell the fucking place and get the fuck out.
That's great and all.
I know.
You got a lot of stuff in that house.
I know.
You got cabinets still, right? Or are they in your storage unit?
They're in my storage unit.
You got a lot of stuff in that house of value.
Oh, yeah.
And that's not even counting when your daughter's there. That's clearly the most valuable thing in that home.
Yeah.
What's up, man?
I don't know.
Why don't you just put a sign on the door that says, I don't have a security system. All I have is a deadbolt.
Yeah, and a fucking dog that doesn't bark when somebody comes in the fucking door.
Yeah, well, get a Benji. The only side effect of Benji is your other dog's going to get humped all the time. So your call on what you want to do there, buddy. I mean, Winston's the same way. Somebody could smash a window. He won't even bark. He'll run right up thinking somebody's going to play with him. He's a retriever, after all.
You're right. I mean, listen, I know you're right. I'm not saying you're wrong. You're right. I need to get shit on the house. I need to. And I need to figure something out. But I haven't thought about it, to be honest with you. I really haven't.
Well, maybe you should.
No, I know. You're right. I should think about it. I should do something and get it done. But the other thing is, like, I'm hardly ever home. You know what I mean?
And that's even more of a reason, bro.
I know. But
gosh.
I don't know, man. But at the same time, I'm also thinking about, like, I fucking wish a motherfucker would, because I would just love to beat the brakes off of somebody.
Yeah, and you know what you're gonna get? You're gonna get assault charges. We in the state of New Jersey, bro.
No, it's fucking
somebody
bullshit.
can come in, bust your door wide open, and God forbid you lay a finger on them, you're still done for. Just as much as they are done. Don't get me wrong, they still in trouble too.
So stupid, bro.
That's the state we live in, man.
It's fucking retarded. And then you go and you fucking go down and look at, like, Florida. People
they
step on your fucking lawn and you can put a shotgun shell on their fucking chest. Like,
you have a problem with authority, and I
do.
think that's the root of this
I
issue,
fucking do.
man. If you had your own home, like in a non-HOA complex, dude. You pass that HOA building every day and you stare that thing down, don't you? You wait for someone to walk out of those stores and say, "Hey, you!" I know you do, dude. You do. You live for that every day. Instead of getting yourself a security camera.
Listen, I don't actually do that, but I do think about that all fucking time.
Grief. I fucking knew it. Well, all right. So here you are. You don't have a security system. I'll say this. What we have. We have our driveway camera, and it's not too far away. I have right now our Ring doorbell isn't up. I'm trying to have a hardwired Simply Safe because that's our main system we use. I got the back camera. I'm going to be getting a side camera soon. So and then we got our internal. We got the door open sensors.
Yeah.
Investing in some window shattering sensors, things like that. So we'll be covered to the nines. And we also have 2 little kids who live here all the time.
Yeah.
And one of them just likes to open up windows and she likes to punch screens. So, we have that. But here you are. We'll say a situation occurs. Addie's home. You hear something happening. And then, of course, your mom still lives with you, too, so you have an extra body.
Yeah.
But you also have an extra body you got to protect.
Yeah.
So you have everybody upstairs, but you will just say, hypothetically, you wake up and you hear glass shatter.
Yeah.
What's your process? What's your methodology in ensuring you keep things in your family safe?
Well, for one, I keep Addison's door... I don't keep it all the way open, but I keep it cracked so I can hear her if anything happens, and I keep mine cracked too. Mm-hmm. That way I can hear the surroundings. Surroundings. My first instinct is gonna be I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna open my door, I'm gonna knock on Mom's door, I'm gonna close Addison's, and then I'm gonna go downstairs, try and see what's going on, and be quiet about it. And if there is I'm going to be dead honest with you. If my kid's in that fucking house and somebody's in my fucking house, I will go to fucking jail.
Okay, you say that, and I respect that. I truly respect that.
Ever-loving because it's shit out of whoever is in my fucking house.
Yeah, you're going to have a lot of emotions to try to fight back. But that being said, we'll just say here you are in the kitchen, and you know what? You pulling Addie. We'll say she's a light. I know a ton of hypotheticals.
Yeah,
but she's a light sleeper, and she hears you pull that door shut, or maybe somebody walking down the steps. She wakes up too, and she walks down and follows you quiet because she thinks something's wrong.
Yeah,
you know how kids can be.
Yeah,
they can be as quiet as a freaking mouse, and you'll never know that they're there. Here you are beating this guy, almost to a pulp, and she sees you doing that. How's that going to make you feel?
I don't know, man. I mean, and that's the tough situation because at the same time, you're doing whatever you can to protect your kids and your family, but yet when they go and they see you doing what you're doing, it's violent. No,
you're absolutely right.
Your kids are seeing a violent side of you that they've never seen before. And that's a tough situation because
extremely tough.
So
that's why you don't need to beat him to a bloody pulp.
Yeah, I know.
You just subdue him, knock him out with a frying pan. You found yourself in a situation, and I'm not sitting here saying that a security system is going to stop any intruder. I mean, they're going to do what they want to do anyway.
No, but they're going to do what they're going to do anyway. But at the same time, it gives you facial recognition. It gives you proof. It gives you
naturally, it's a deterrent.
Yeah,
it's just another obstacle. Exactly, it's another. Just as the data dump said, it probably just with just one simple Ring camera, you're 300% less likely to have your house burglarized, whether you're home or not.
Now, I mean, I know that the data dump talks about you have that 300% ratio of being a lot safer with having those things, but hypothetically saying, I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot of smart fucking people out there.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And there's a lot of people that can, navigate around that kind of shit. I know that they say going and adding as much, precautionary things like you were talking about with the windows,
the glass shatter,
the glass shatter, door sensors, shit like that. There's fucking ways around it, bro. I mean, very minuscule, But if people know,
Well, what ways around that do you know of?
I mean, I personally.
What is
don't.
somebody going to come here and throw an EMP? What is somebody going to set up a drone above my house and
Listen, all I'm saying is that there's very smart people out there that do what they do and know what the fuck they're doing. And if they get
Can't argue
around
that.
one thing, they can get around something else.
I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm a very I'll put it this way: I'm a very observant person. You know, I like to think that I know all the floor creaks in my home, where to step, where not to step. We haven't even been here a full year, but I'm a very, very observant person in that
I
way
am too.
And I try to maybe to a point of like, I don't want to say obsessive, but to a point to where it's like I consider how I best can protect my family.
Yeah.
At least probably once a week. At least once a week. You know, I really do put a lot of thought into that at least once a week.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're absolutely right. And that's where I would, because everyone sleeps upstairs in our house, and unfortunately we have 2 dogs. One of them I know he's a lot more Benji. He's a lot more of the like
Vocal.
Here we go. Yeah, prime example. Sometimes Dex will still wake up in the middle of the night to go pee or something like that, and we keep our bedroom door open. We do shut both of their doors. I can hear Dex waking up, you know, like a. I've always just been really good at picking him up, and then the camera. We have the camera in Bridget's room, so we could see that.
Yeah.
And we have security cameras in their rooms as well, and his other locations of the homes. We have all the Simply Safe cameras, but one night he woke up and I heard. You know, I was right in that stage of like falling asleep, but you're not asleep yet. You're like, you still
Twilight.
hear things. Yeah, you're in Twilight, so you still hear things and process things, but you're asleep.
Yeah.
And I didn't recognize it, but I think I heard his door open up because the sound machine would get louder. So I heard his door open up and just assumed he was going to the bathroom or something like that. But he walked around the corner and he was coming to our bedroom, and it's dark. Obviously, I keep it dark.
Yeah.
You know, I'd rather see outside than people see inside. Then you're setting yourself up.
Yeah.
So I you know, next thing I know, Benji just goes, he's barking and like he must have saw Declan's figure. So he's definitely a dog that'll alert us if something's wrong or somebody's there.
Yeah.
No, again, Winston on the other hand, dude, you could bring a guy a bone and he'll be fine with anything and everything. You know, he's just basically a hump rag for Benji. But
No, but I mean, one other thing I kind of think about too is like, I haven't had this talk with Addison yet. I mean, I don't have her much, you know, but you know, have you had any talks with Declan? I mean, I know Bridget's still pretty young for that kind of aspect, but have you had any sort of, you know, like a defensive conversation with him about it?
No, and quite honestly, I've been thinking about that recently. I've been thinking about. Now he's a very good listener. When he could tell I'm being serious, like of course if it's like if he's just rebelling, so you know he's gonna do what he's gonna do. Yeah, you know. But when he knows, like he could just tell by my eye contact. I mean, he and I are very in sync with each other.
Yep.
So he's very good at picking up on when something's wrong or if I'm on guard. So like you know, I know I've talked about it before. Well, I say like there's a little leprechaun in the house, so hide toys and things like that, and be a little mischievous little leprechaun that he is. Put toys in places that, you know, quote unquote, I can't reach out of the way of the kids. But sometimes so like I'll pretend like I hear like little leprechaun feet running. I'm like, shh guys, shh. Or like I'll be like, shh, you know, just the finger to the mouth, shush, and get them quiet for a moment and pretend like we're listening for the leprechaun to hear the pitter patter of the leprechaun running. Sometimes, you know, coincidentally, like other noises in the house will occur, and it's like they're all about it. Like, let's go find a leprechaun. But I think it's a good little thing that I've kind of instilled because
it's kind of like a good test. You know?
Exactly. It's like the root of why I do it is because it's not. Yes, is it fun, and is it also it also helps in chaotic moments with them where it's like I could just. If they're fighting with each other, they're fighting with me, or they're just being little buttheads. It's a good little
it'll calm them down.
Common ground.
Yeah.
To readjust and like get reacclimated to, hey, let's just, and then they forget about everything.
And it helps them refocus.
Exactly. And then but also the root of it is like, I also know that I want them to, God forbid, in any situation ever where I need them to be quiet. Home invasions, if we're out at some store or something like that, like I need them to be in tune with me and be able to trust them that if I need them to be quiet, they're going to be quiet because we don't know. Store shootings happen. Dude, it's like there's that stuff. I think about that stuff.
Yeah.
So subconsciously, I think I've also developed this leprechaun to help them be in tune with me when God forbid a situation would ever occur. It's like I could trust them. I can trust them to listen to me and be quiet with me and use like the leprechaun as thing. Now, of course, God forbid if it is ever anything really serious,
you have to be aware.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm trying, my dream is to be able to have her come with me on hunting trips and stuff like that. But I know at the same time, it's tough for kids at that age because they don't understand that you have to be stealthily quiet and you have to pay attention to everything that's going on.
Every movement.
Exactly.
Every leaf crunch matters.
So I've been slowly kind of getting her in tune with it and having her watch, the shows.
Yeah.
Or the TV videos or whatever. And I'll tell her shh, there's a deer coming up, you got to be quiet.
Yeah.
And she'll be dead fucking silent.
Good.
Yeah,
that's important.
So it works for that aspect in a positive way, but as well as you look kind of past that and it's like, oh shit, we can use this in other ways,
Exactly.
Yeah.
You need to practice it and you need to have a plan and you need to have a routine.
Yeah.
Or else you're going to find yourself with your pants down.
Yep.
What are you going to do then?
Well, if they're going to find me with my pants down, they're going to see everything.
And that brings us to a resolution, bro. As encouraging as the decrease in overall home invasions is, we as fathers still need to be aware that a potential threat will always exist, and that even that 9% of home invasion experiencing serious injury is 9% more than what we should be okay with.
Yeah.
One security agency provides a few precautionary actions that we could take to kind of make that forced entry break-in a little bit tougher for those looking to hurt us or take from us or harm us. So the first thing is to ensure you have a strong front door frame, as 34% of all home invasions occur just through the front door. And that's ridiculous.
Don't forget to set your home alone traps.
You want to set that up nightly. Ensure your back door frame is as strong as well, because 22% of home invasions occur. And I know these are very it sounds redundant, but clearly it's still an issue.
Well, it's been witnessed. It's
exactly.
It's happened.
Yeah,
so there's
it still
the
happens.
backup behind that.
And then burglar-proof your windows. There's all types of options. If you have a security system, you get shatters, glass shatter sensors. There's other ways to motion sensors. You can even use the door sensors if your window is ajar.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, something.
Fuck it, I'm gonna get the glass that's on the president's limo.
Get some bars around your windows.
This is a prison.
Ultimately, as the society viewed protectors of our home, it's on us to ensure we are safe and our families are safe and our home is secure. It's on us to ensure our children feel safe and are safe. You don't want to end up on one of those cop videos. That's a pretty shitty situation.
What you want, what you gonna do?
That was horrible. That's going in there. What do you got for us for situations tonight, bro? Hopefully these guys lock their doors.
First one is by headache. In 2015, United States, it says, today I hit my head on the steering wheel when I sneezed. I managed to honk the horn and the guy next to me couldn't stop laughing. Yeah, honestly, that kind of sounds like some shit I would fucking do.
Okay. I would knock myself out.
Yeah, probably, right?
And then the horn would keep beeping.
Next one's by Anonymous in the United Kingdom, London. Today I watched a young shop assistant try her hardest to flirt with my 20-year-old son.
Oh, man.
When he continued to be totally oblivious, she outright invited him back to her flat. When he asked, "What for?" a piece of my soul died at how completely I have failed as a father.
Oh, God, man. That's fucked, bro.
Then the last one is Be Greatly Disturbed, United States and Elk Grove. It says, today my little sister complained about a young boy in her class always pulling her hair. She asked when boys will stop doing it. My mom replied, they won't, even when they're grown-ups. Then looked over at my dad and shared a dirty smirk.
I got no comment on that one, man.
I don't
know. Fortunately, we don't have that type of stuff on our social media. But you can find our stuff, our dad-related stuff at facebook.com/dadtapes, on Instagram at the Dad Tapes Podcast, Twitter, or now X, at the Dad Tapes, and on TikTok, Dad Tapes Podcast. But please be sure to like, subscribe, leave a review of the show wherever you listen to our podcast at. Spotify, Apple. Apple really helps. Please do it. Do it.
So I'm not going to lie, I got pretty pissed off today, bro.
What, you get constipated again?
Nah, I put a fucking tape in the deck. And it was halfway through the fucking episode.
What are you driving, a 1986 dump truck?
Yeah, actually, it's an 80s dump truck.
Is there a tape deck in there?
There is.
Yes.
It doesn't work, but there is. Nah, man, you guys gotta rewind your fucking tapes. Y'all suck.
Y'all as bad at riding tapes as Josh was at Black Ops 1. Good grief.
Yo, quit with the fucking Black Ops 1 references, all right?
Look, bro, I don't play anymore. Let me get them in when I can, all right? I'm an old man. All right? I'll come out of retirement eventually with a shitty KD.
Yeah, you're going to come out of retirement this weekend.
Yo, I'm checking out, man. You got us all wound up, bro. I'm checking out before we get crazy. Deuces, guys.
Later.